Brandon Scott here for the Slant, joined by Texans cornerback Shaquill Griffin. Shaq, first of all, thanks for joining us, man. How are you doing?
Doing good. Appreciate you guys having me for sure.
Now, I was excited about this interview. I was wondering how you would present with the hair. When I found out I was going to be talking to to a player who also has dreadlocks, I was expecting you to come up here with the updo, but we both have it down today. I'm curious from you, like, why the updo? You and your brother both pull that off. I don't feel like I can actually pull off the updo. What is it that you like about the updo?
I think it started because I mainly just was trying to keep it out my face. It was always in the way, move around a little bit. I actually just had it up. I had to shower real quick, but once I put my hoodie on, I had to take it down, so I had brought my hoodie with me. So I had it down. But, yeah, it was just up. So it's funny that you said that. I literally just took it down. But, yeah, when me and my brother first started that, at first it was just us trying to keep our hair out of our face, to keep moving, and then it became a trend, it became a style, so we kind of stuck with it.
Yeah, see, I had mine down instead of having it back because I figured yours was going to be in the updo and we was going to contrast. Instead, we came in here looking very similar with it. But I will say though, the one thing that I like about it is that it keeps that heat off your neck.
Oh yeah, no, I need that.
Especially in the heat in the South. Yeah. You're from Florida, obviously playing here in Texas. So
no doubt about it. I take that every time.
Yeah, definitely. Now, I wanted to ask you about this since I mentioned your brother. I wanted to ask you about there being two Shaqs on the team. Because I think out of all of the success that y'all have had this year so far, that one of the underrated things that Nick Caserio, the general manager here, did was bring in two Shaqs. And I know that when your brother got in the league, you didn't like that he took your nickname Shaq. But,
you tried to steal it.
You're the older brother, though, so I understand that. You're the older brother. I understand why you'd be possessive. But coming into this locker room, Shaq Mason, a little older than you, bigger than you. How did y'all figure out the Shaq hierarchy? Are y'all able to share it? How does it work?
We just share it. Shoot, they say Shaq, we both look, and they figure out which one they talking to. We both share that name fairly well, so it's all good. And when it came to my brother trying to steal my nickname, it was funny. The first time hearing that name, he was still in college. I was just getting into the league. Shaq kind of came around. I know a lot of people was asking me what I wanted to be called. And I was like, you know what, since everybody's saying Shaq, I'll roll with it. Then he came in and was like, yeah, I'm Shaq too. It's both half of our first name. Nah. They don't work like that. So since you want to be Shaq, since you're a rookie, you're going to be Baby Shaq. Yeah. And he didn't like that too well. So he ended up being called Griff. He didn't like Baby Shaq and Shaq. So he ended up being called Griff later on. But now it's two Shaqs on the team, We've both been around for a little bit, and we both work with it. Sometimes when people say Shaq, we both just look, and that kind of how me and my twins to be. People say Shaq, we both look, and they be like, "Oh, I need oh yeah, that's fine. All right, see you guys later." Yeah. So we figured it out.
I'm sure that he didn't like Baby Shaq more so because it's the name that you gave him. It's probably because you gave him the name.
I had to do it. I had to make sure he hated it so much that he didn't want to use it no more, and it worked.
Now, you got your first interception in a while in the game against the Bengals. I know that's something to celebrate. I know you had to feel good about that. Who was the first person? I imagine I'm asking you this because you do have a twin brother, but, family guy. Yeah. Who was the first person? What does your phone look like when you pick off Joe Burrow, when y'all have the type of game, the type of win that y'all had, and y'all are, let's be honest, y'all are riding high right now.
Yeah.
What does your phone look like, and who do you hear from first after that happens?
It's probably my girl. Her and the kids and stuff. It's better to be the first one. Then my mom, my twin, whole family. Then it's a whole bunch of people after that. The phone pretty much freezes up, when it comes to anything like that. But the first person is definitely, my lady. When it get to the point where I make any plays like that, the first thing I think about is my kids anyway. So the funny thing is, I got an interception as soon as I got the ball. Like, after the game, I called my son. And I was like, you want a football? He was like, yeah, I want a football. So I brought him the interception ball, something he want to run around with.
So tell me, how old are the kids?
He's 4. I got a 4-year-old, and I got a 7-month little girl.
So you're busy.
Very busy.
You got a lot going on. So, okay, so does the oldest have an appreciation for what dad does? I feel like, when they're younger, they know, but they don't really know and fully understand.
Well, he know I'm working. So anybody asks, where your dad at? Oh, he's at football. He's working. Where your mom at? Oh, she ain't doing nothing. She at home. Daddy's at work. He's working. So he kind of understands that part. Maybe because he get Robux. He get a lot of Robux, so he know football brings Robux. Yeah. So he put 1 and 2 together.
Okay, all right. So my son is 8, and he's also on the Robux. So you and I are both absolutely have that in common.
For sure.
Tilly, those robots drive me crazy. I'm always hearing about them.
Oh yeah.
Always hearing
I
about
gotta take
them.
my card off that iPad, man. I don't like it. He's starting to figure out the password.
Oh yeah.
He'd be like, I know it's got ABC. Hey, don't try to remember that password. Got to take that card off, man.
Do you find that the kids are much smarter than you give them credit for? I have 3, and I say this like, there's something about them being your children that makes it hard to really take them that seriously. Yeah. But then they do something, or like it can even be something like being on the iPad and taking advantage of your card or something like that. You find that like, man, you're a lot smarter than I would think.
Yeah, that happens all the time, and it's kind of crazy. You can't be mad at them, because you pick up things so fast, common sense. And it's crazy, especially when they start bringing in their own personality into it, and you kind of see yourself in them and your kids. And you can't stay mad at them. Yeah. You can't.
I got to ask you about just real quick about the interception. How badly had you been waiting on it? I almost want to ask you to take me back to a year from now when you had the back injury. I imagine that's painful. The back is one of the trickier things for anybody, any human, but especially for an athlete. Take me from then to now, how much different it is, and then obviously having that moment on Sunday.
Man, it's crazy. I go back to the first year of being in Jacksonville, and there's so many plays where I was so close, and I wanted it so bad just to make a play. I was like, you know what? I went that whole year without one interception. Then you go to the second year, you want to try to prove that you can go get the ball in your hands. Then I deal with the back surgery, and then I have to go through that whole 5 to 6 month period where it's like, you know what? I have a lot of people telling me, it's kind of hard to bounce back from a back surgery. You never know if you're the same. So, you have all these thoughts. My main goal was, can I play this game at a high level after the surgery? And that was the part that I had to prove to myself. So, going with the Texans, they bringing me in with open arms, truly believing in me, kind of helped build that confidence that I need for myself to understand that I could play this game the same way I did before this back surgery. And to come out that last game, again, the interception from Joe Burrow, the way it played out, in the fourth quarter, late in the game, especially when you really need it, man, it was just, I feel like that pressure, the weight on my shoulders kind of just fell off. Understand that I worked so hard to get back to that moment, to be able to make the plays that I'm making, and like I said, I had a lot of people saying, sometimes it's just not possible. The back is a tricky thing. A lot of people can't bounce back from it. And I didn't want to be one of those people. So, man, to come back and prove to myself that I could play this game at a high level like I used to, and then to make the plays that I did make, especially in that last game, late in the fourth quarter when you need it, it was awesome, something I needed.
But this is interesting to me because you've played a lot of high-level football, especially up until that point. But even you, as somebody, your brother too, y'all have played a lot of really good football, but even you dealt with that self-doubt. How did you overcome that?
Man, I stayed close to my family, prayed a lot more, stayed close to the ones who believed in me, even when I wasn't believing in myself. And like I said, it was a lot of dark moments, especially when you got to get up. There ain't no one pushing you no more. There ain't no one motivating you to go get up and try to, get the treatment you need or to go work out on your own and try to get back just to get the opportunity to find a team who will take a chance on you, So, man, all those stuff it was some times where it was just me. Yeah. Now, I remember coming here the first time talking to D'Amico Ryan, in this office, I said, listen, I'm at a point in my career where I don't need no motivational speech. I don't need none of that. I said, listen, I don't need music in the locker room. Just put me out there. I don't need nothing else to help me. I don't been through them dark nights. I don't ran through that wall myself. I don't need nothing else. I'm here to prove it to myself. I just want to show you how good I can be, And I remember first saying that to him. He's like, we need more guys like that.
Right.
But I was telling him, man, that was coming from the heart.
Yeah.
I felt that. I was itching. That was me. All them dark nights, I had to show myself that, man, all them dark nights, it meant something.
Yeah.
I had to make sure, I had to prove to myself that I can do this.
Yeah, I noticed that about this team, that it's a bunch of guys that seem self-motivated. Whether it's guys that's got a chip on their shoulder or just trying to prove something, but a lot of you guys seem that way. Let me ask you about one thing I've heard you talk about before in improving was your diet. One question here. What's the thing that you had to take out of your diet that when you're not playing football no more is absolutely coming back? What's something that you can't eat because you have to prepare to go up against a Jamar Chase or whoever it is for the next week in NFL? When you're not doing that anymore, what's the thing that's coming back?
Man, cheesecake.
Cheesecake.
Man, I'm a dessert head.
Okay.
I want it bad. I remember rookie year, man, I used to eat a cheesecake before every home game. Oh, no, you know what? Not home game. Before every game.
Okay.
You know what? This is my ritual. You know, I put in my head, you know what? I need a cheesecake before every game. That's my ritual. I can't play well without cheesecake.
Okay.
And after a while, you get a little older, your body don't react the same. I said, I don't think this a ritual no more. I think that was just me putting something in my head so I could give myself an excuse.
Oh, man.
But yeah, I want cheesecake back. But yeah, right now I'm chasing Jamar Chases and stuff right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want my cheesecake back.
Look, cheesecake is a fine delicacy, but I feel like that's a fair trade.
Yeah.
You know, to get interceptions and
I'll
make
take
plays and be a part of a team that's on the upswing.
Yeah.
If cheesecake has got to be the sacrificial lamb, then I figure
I'll take that.
then that's
For right
probably
now.
fair.
But just know, when it's all said and done, I'm gonna get my cheesecake back.
I absolutely love that. Okay, let's get into just real quick. And look, this has been very, very fun. But we talked about being dad. We talked about being about cheesecake.
Yep.
I'm curious about this because I'm a dad too.
Yep.
Do you ever find yourself eating your kids' snacks? Have you ever been guilty of this?
Oh yeah, of course. I'm the type. If you gonna ask me to open something, let me make sure it's not poisonous. I'm that guy. He a guy who want right before he go to bed, he want a fruit snack, and he bring it to me. All right,
You eat your kids' fruit snacks?
give me one. It's all right. You good. He want a little Gatorade. Oh, that Gatorade, a little tight me. I don't want you to spill it. Here you go.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm that dad. I just want to check and make sure everything is not poisonous. Everything's okay. I don't want you to get sick. I get sick first.
Yeah, I love that you have. Here's what I love about this: that you have a nonsensical story behind it. Because I'm the same way. Or I'm just keeping you safe. You know what I tell my kids, Shaq? I tell them that I'm teaching them about taxes.
Oh, that's a good one.
And that nothing in life is free. And that when they get older, everything that they purchase, they will have to, mostly everything, eggs, whatever, but mostly everything, they will pay taxes on. And so as a child, they will pay the dad tax.
Ooh.
And so what you've come up with is very similar to
For that age, that's what it is. As soon as they get older and they start, I like that. I'm gonna have to use that. But as soon as he start to understand, like that.
We're building character, teaching lessons, raising the youth. I respect it, Shaq.
No doubt.
Absolutely. Hey, look, man, before you get out of here, we got to have you sign that wall. There are a lot of heavy hitters on there, so I'm going to have you grab this pen here and find you a spot where it's good for you to sign on this wall, man.
Let me see.
It's a great honor to be on the wall, and it's a great honor to have you here on the Slant with us, man.
Let me see. Yeah, I need me a good spot. Okay, these some
Choose
good guys.
Choose carefully,
These some
man.
good guys. I want to be by them.
Smart man. Yeah, he's putting it between that's signing right there between Will Anderson and J.J. Watt. Very nice.
Yeah, that's the perfect spot. That's where I want to be at.
I respect it.
Yes, sir.
Shaquill Griffin here with us on the Slant. Thank you, man.
Oh, yeah. Appreciate you.
Texans!